We're going to the back page of the Sun, which actually leads in off the pitch a story. Newcastle sandstorm is the headline, and caught out. US case reveals Toon Chief is in Saudi government. The headline here by the story from Martin Lipton. The Premier League is under pressure to reinvestigate Newcastle's takeover after US courts revelations the club's owner is part of the Saudi government. Mark, what's your reading on this situation? Appreciate it's just coming out now, but it is linked to the Live Golf Tour as well.
Yeah, so according to the US, have been trying to speak to the Newcastle chairman about the Live Golf situation, but they decided that his lawyers have said that he's part of the Saudi government, so would not be answering the call to give evidence. So inadvertently, I guess, revealed to be part of the Saudi government. Now, if that is the case, then obviously the Premier League will have to look at it. But I imagine that the way around it will be say, yes, I am part of the Saudi government, but this is a personal, personal role. It's not. There will, I imagine, be a way around it, but it is the sort of scrutiny that which Newcastle can't really escape right now. But if he is part of the Saudi government, then that would suggest the Saudi government may have some element of control over Newcastle. But this is all of the semantics and the grey areas that you get into, which then questions will be asked if Qatari ownership takes over at Man United. This is the way football's going, and I think it's going to be a long-running saga, no matter which club is owned by the state-linked ownership.
Yeah, Charlotte, Mark makes a cogent point there, doesn't he, that this actually is related to one case, but generally it kind of reveals how opaque this issue of state-owned football clubs is.
Yeah, of course, because the Premier League looked into this when Newcastle were taken over, and obviously they made their own investigations and assumptions that it wasn't being bought by a state. And like Mark said, if Manchester United come to be bought by a Qatari-based owner, is that going to be a state-owned part-owned club? And it's really difficult for them to see, because there's going to be little caveats that they can use. You can say, like Mark said, that it's a private business venture and it's nothing to do with the state, but it's going to be really impossible, I think, in some situations for them to be able to prove this. Obviously, as the back page of the Sun says, they're now going to have to look into it, but I'm sure that the Newcastle owners will be looking into it, and that they'll just present the same evidence that they did when they first took over, and they'll say that it's independent from the Gulf state itself. So I don't know, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, not just with Newcastle, but like we said, with other takeovers in the future.